Hi guys, welcome to Cindy 101. Today I'm going to take you through my top 10 Jonah Hill films. Okay, so at number 10 is Cyrus. This film is about a guy gets divorced, he's invited to a party, meets a woman, goes back home with her and he finds out she has a 20-year-old son that still lives with her and they have a very close relationship. The son is called Cyrus and he's played by Jonah Hill. There's a lot of rivalry then sort of between the stepfather and stepson, I suppose you could say. It's a very funny film, I recommend you watch it, and that's why it's at number 10. In the number 9 spot is How to Train Your Dragon. This film is an animated film that was made back in 2010. I think it only took a year to make, which is surprising. It's basically about a boy, he lives on an island of Vikings, there's dragon hunters, and he's never been able to catch a dragon. He does catch a dragon, the Night Fury, which is the most powerful dragon. Jonah Hill in this film is somewhat a main character. He's actually the character you can see behind me just right here. And he goes to a dragon training club and he's one of the... I suppose he's a friend of Hiccup's, Hiccup's the main character. Can't actually remember Jonah Hill's character's name in this. But it's a really good film and I really do like Jonah Hill's character in this. And that's why it's at the number 9 spot. Filling the number 8 spot is Getting to the Greek. This one's about Jonah Hill. He works for a music company. He's got the job of getting Russell Brand, I can't think of his name, Russell Brand's character to the Greek. Oh, I can't remember. I think it's sort of something like the O2 Academy sort of thing, like a theatre, I suppose. I can't remember what they're called. But Russell Brand's character is a bit of a drug. He's insane, and he drags Jonah Hill into this world. Jonah Hill loves it. But at the end of the day, he's still got to get him to this, to the Greek, to save his job and get his money. It's a really good film. It's very funny, and does have a lot of hidden meanings as well, which is I think it's great. That's why it's at the number 8 spot. This time in the number 7 is Knocked Up. This one is basically a man, Seth Rogen, meets a girl in a pub. He gets her pregnant, and Jonah Hill is one of his mates, and Seth Rogen and his mates, their business idea I suppose is a website where you can find out the time of nudeness, times in the film where there is nudity, I suppose. On a website, you go on the website and you find it all out, but he meets this girl, gets her pregnant, and then they do eventually fall in love. He gets a job, he gets a house, raises the baby at the end I suppose, but Jonah Hill's character is in it a lot, and I think he's called Jonah, and obviously Seth Rogen is a stoner in it, because Seth Rogen is a stoner in every Seth Rogen film. It's a really good film, and that's why it's in the number 7 spot. Filling this spot is Megamind. Megamind is basically about a supervillain, Megamind, one with a big head, Megamind, in case you didn't get that. His arch enemy is Metro Man, no? Metro Man? Yeah, I think it is Metro Man, because they live in Metro City, which he calls Metrocity. I think Metrocity sounds cooler. Anyway, he goes against Metro Man, he eventually defeats Metro Man, or so he thinks. He then realises he has nothing left to do since he's won, there's nothing for him to do. So he creates himself a new superhero to fight against. That is Jonah Hill's character, Titan, over here. So Titan then realises he's got all this power, he doesn't need to be a superhero, he can be a supervillain and rule the world for himself. Megamind realises he's made a big mistake and needs to then save the city. He also finds out that Metro Man is also alive, and he then they team up and defeat Titan. It's a really funny film. I actually really love this film. It's a brilliant film. I definitely recommend you watch this film, and that is why it's at the number 6 spot. In number 5 is 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street is about he's not Brad Pitt, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. They've basically just passed tests and stuff in the police academy and they've just become cops. And because they look so young, they've been put into a special division called 21 Jump Street, because that's where they're based in something called 21 Jump Street. The job is basically to go into a high school, pretend to be high school kids, and track down the drug dealer. It is an absolutely bloody hilarious film. It's actually got a lot of action in it as well, which is great. And and so the chemistry as well between the two characters is brilliant, and it makes it just so much more funny. It's basically when they used to in high school, Channing Tatum used to be the bully, he wasn't very popular. Jonah Hill was a bit lame, he was like a science geek. When they go back to high school, they realise that everything's changed, it's the other way around, and it really shows sort of the diversity of times, and it's a really, really good film. That's why it's in the number 5 spot. Number 4 is This Is the End, and this is not the end of the video, This Is the End is the name of the film in number 4. This Is the End is basically about, it's not the apocalypse, it's something else where all the good people are taken to heaven and everyone else is left on earth. Is it the reaping? It's not the reaping. Might be. I don't know, there's blue license that people like. But basically all Hollywood actors such as these guys, Seth Rogen, James Franco, Jonah Hill, they're all left there, and then they all hide in James Franco's house for a while. It's really funny that they play themselves, but different versions of themselves, so they're all dickheads because they're Hollywood actors, except Jay Barricknell, who's the main character, and he's the nice guy, just to help everyone and stuff. So yeah, they all hide out in James Franco's house until the reaping Jonah Hill gets possessed, which is bloody hilarious because Jonah Hill's like, oh, I am the devil. That's pretty damn funny. Michael Cyrus in it at the beginning, who gets impaled by a big sign thing. Emma Watson's in it, and they keep referring to her as Hermione, but it's just Hermione. And it is a really funny film, and it's actually an awesome film. I mean, some people are like, oh, I thought it was underrated. They thought it was overrated. But I actually really enjoyed this film, and that's why it's in the number 4 spot on my list of Jonah Hill films. I've done that twice now. 3 times. I think this is the only one so far that Jonah Hill is actually the main character in. But anyway, number 3 is Superbad. I think I only saw Superbad, although it was like in 2007. Maybe about 6 months ago, back in the summer. Watched it for the first time, it's bloody hilarious, I'm not joking. Basically, Jonah Hill wants to impress Emma Stone. She's having a party and they're like, we need to get alcohol. So, Vogel gets a fake ID, and the only name on the ID is McLovin. Just one name, it's a Hawaiian driver's license. So he goes to a liquor store, they call it in America. I have no idea. We'll probably just go to Tesco and buy some Strongo, maybe. But he goes to a liquor store, buys this stuff, and someone comes in and robs them, and the cops come in, and that's Seth Rogen, some other guy. Can't remember his name. I can never remember people's names anymore. I'm useless. So they come in and basically get him, and they take him in the car, and then they become best friends. They're like, hey, McLovin. But it's quite deep at the end. They're like, we just wanted to make friends and show the cops aren't that bad guys. But anyway, back to Jonah Hill's character. Jonah Hill basically wants to impress Emma Stone, which is why he really needs to get this alcohol. And they go on a bit of a journey. They sort of, the two then stories sort of come together at the end and then go off on their own separate directions at the end. And all he really wants to do is get laid by Emma Stone, which we all do. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And I'm only 15. So yeah. Basically, yeah, that's the plot of the film, and it's an absolutely bloody hilarious film. And if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's on DVD. It's probably on Sky if you live in Britain. I don't know if there's Sky in America. I don't know. I don't really know much about America. I went there, Florida. Didn't really just went to Disney and stuff. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse was cool. But yeah, that's why this film's at number 3. Moneyball takes the number 2 spot. This is the true story of Billy Beane, who was an ex-baseball player, and then he takes over the role as the GM for a football team. It's not a football team, it's a baseball team. And I can't really remember what team it is. I'm British, I don't follow baseball really that much. Although I still thoroughly enjoyed the film and was able to follow it all the way through, which just shows what a great film it is. Jonah Hill sort of comes to Brad Pitt, who plays Billy Beane. I love that name, Billy Beane. Is that offensive? It wasn't meant to be. It's just a really bad accent. But he plays Billy Beane, and Jonah Hill comes with all these statistics. He's like, you need to get these players, they're so much cheaper, and they're just as good as the other players, just people don't. They're very underrated players, they're really good. And at the beginning he does it, and it's a really bad idea. They lose and lose and lose and lose and lose. They win 3 games out of 20, something like that. They do awfully. But as the season progresses, they come tighter as a team, and Brad Pitt comes to listen to Jonah Hill's ideas, and they really grow a bond as a team, and it's a brilliant film. It's got so many morals, sort of lessons in it, but overall it's got a great story as well. Brilliant directing, brilliant acting in it, and Jonah Hill's character, he's sort of a much... Jonah Hill often plays a geek, but he's also always a bit of a cool geek, but in this Jonah Hill's just a geek, and he plays that role extremely well. I think for someone who doesn't really play that role, it doesn't look it, but when you really watch the film, it's a much different role than you expect Jonah Hill to play, and that's why this film is at number 2. And if you haven't seen this film, I recommend you watch it because it is a really, really good film. Finally, that one spot, you guessed it, it's The Wolf of Wall Street. That's from the film. If you haven't seen it, then you wouldn't get it. It's felt like doing that. It's really cool. And of course you didn't guess it. In which case you didn't guess. No, you did not. If you did guess it, congratulations, you guessed it right. It is The Wolf of Wall Street. The main character in this is Leonardo DiCaprio, and he bumps into Jonah Hill. Starts a stock company, something like that. I don't want. It's based on a true story. Again, as the last one was, based in the 1980s. Jonah Hill says he works for him. They start a company, some multi-million-dollar company. He builds it up from nothing, but he gets into a lot of legal trouble at the end, and everything was awful for him. I'm not going to tell you too much about this film. I recommend you really do watch this for yourself. But I have to say it is an absolutely fantastic film. Jonah Hill's excellent in it, and he plays his part perfectly, as does Leonardo DiCaprio, as does every other person in this film. So I really recommend you watch this film, and then you will understand why it is at number 1 on the list. Okay, so that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me if you agree with the list, tell me if you disagree with the list. Leave your comments below. Give me a like, a subscribe, a comment. It really means a lot at this time, guys. And if you haven't already, check out some of our other videos, like these ones. That's all I have for today, guys. Goodbye.